Listen up, Javier. You can forget about me showing up at Club Indigo. You got it?
Hey, it's not my invite, man. I'm just passing along the word. But if you want to blow me off, you go ahead and do that. It's your funeral, bro.
I'm not your bro. And you may think I come when you call, but I'm nobody's lapdog.
Good evening, Mr. Vega. This is Carlo Hesser speaking. I hope you think of me as a friend. I would have thought after my assistance with your overdue loan payment to RJ, you would have been reassured of my friendship. So I strongly urge you to do as Javier suggests and drop by the club. Immediately.
What is it? Bad news? Who's on the phone?
Okay, the nanny has the twins, and we have something to discuss.
Look, Max, when I said that you were pulling away from Frankie, I didn't mean you were doing it on purpose.
Oh, so I'm guilty of neglecting my son, but at least it wasn't premeditated.
No, I didn't say you were.
Well, what are you saying? I'm confused here. I thought I was trying to reach out to Frankie. I thought that was why I asked you to stay here in Lambview so you could help me work with my son on his deafness.
All I'm saying, all I meant was that when we were playing with Frankie, you ended the session a little too fast.
I told you the kid was exhausted.
See, I don't think he was. I think you were. And you know, I don't blame you. Max, what you're up against isn't impossible, but it is a challenge.
So I don't know when my own son is tired. Okay, I'll bring him downstairs, all right? And then you can show me just how wrong I am.
Please don't be you. I'm not ready. Who is it?
It's me, the big bad wolf. I forgot my key, so I'll huff and I'll puff and
You can blow my house down. Come in, Dorian. Oh, wow. You look fabulous. Wait a minute. I know I've been away for a while, but is there some sort of grand cotillion in Lambview that I haven't been invited to?
Don't worry, you're still on the A list, and no, I'm just going out to dinner.
With Prince Charles?
No, a commoner just like me.
Honey, you are a lot of amazing things, but common is not one of them. Why do I think you're up to something? And why do I think that something has something to do with Patrick Thornhart?
Well, I guess that was just a lucky guess, then.
He invited you to dinner.
Well, actually, no, he didn't. I invited him, but it was in front of Mrs. Dillon Moody, and I had to step aside as her jaw hit the floor.
Oh, hi, excuse me. I was wondering if I could get your advice. I have these window boxes, but I do not know what to plant in them. I don't have a green thumb, but I'd really like to get something nice and surprise my husband.
Okay, you can't go wrong with geraniums. They're right over there. Take a look.
Oh, great. Thank you. That's a good idea. I love geraniums.
Good afternoon. I know this is kind of last minute, but I'm having dinner with a friend of mine. I'd like to send her some flowers. All right, now, if it's not too late, it's a local address. Here's the name. Blair Manning.
Why don't you just play with them a little, like you were doing before, right? Practice some of the things I showed you.
Okay.
Then we'll move on to something new.
Listen, if he starts getting cranky, don't say I didn't warn you.
There you go.
Okay, Frankie, let's see how much of this your father can remember. Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
Donut. Donut. Frankie, you hear? Could you hear? Here? Donut. Donut. Yes, I'm a daddy nut. This is a donut. You want to play with a donut?
It's good. It's good. Frankie's doing fine.
So far.
Well, I think you both go to the head of the class.
So, how do we say I want more donuts?
I'll teach you the sign for more because kids love to have more, right? More, more, more. Okay? More, more, more.
More, more, more.
Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Almost. Almost.
All right, now, ask Frankie if he wants more. Huh?
Hey, Max, come on. Come on, don't quit. You were doing great.
It's not the sign language I'm having trouble with.
Then what's the problem?
You.
What, am I being too pushy? Am I going too fast? Or...
I just don't think this was such a hot idea.
Am I working with Frankie or am I working with you?
All right, yeah, I'm on my way.
What's wrong?
Nothing. It's no big deal. I just need to go straighten something out.
If you're doing it again.
Doing what?
Come on, we had a deal, remember? Your problems are my problems. Why don't I just go with you and we'll face whatever this is?
Actually, where I really need your help is here. I need someone to cover for me before Chris comes in. The apron's right there.
You're not serious. You're going to leave me here in charge?
Hey, don't worry about it. This time of day, it's strictly a coffee and pie kind of crowd. Besides, I'm not going to Alaska. I'll be right back, I promise.
Antonio, come on. You didn't tell me where you're going? What is this about? You rat! Go ahead and leave a stinking ship! Anyone want some pie?
Can you help a poor man in a hurry make up his mind?
Well, it's almost Easter. How about some lilies?
Mrs. Manning's husband just died. Lily's always depressed the hell out of me, so, that might just be a painful reminder.
Yeah, how about some birds of paradise? They're right over there.
Tell you what, give any azaleas. You know, where I grew up in Ireland, they'd be blooming right now. I don't know. It always gladdened my heart to know that winter was almost over.
I think I've got a real beauty for you.
Right.
So set up. Vega's on his way over.
Good.
Guys, do me a favor. When he gets here, make sure he's clear that he answers to me and not the other way around.
Look, I can see why Antonio's a little ticked off with you. I mean, he thinks you should have testified that he killed that punk in self-defense, but instead, you let him rot 6 long years in prison.
Hey, RJ, it's his word against mine, all right? As far as I'm concerned, I was never near that pool hall, all right? He can't prove squat. You know, he wouldn't be in my face if it wasn't for every time he's late on his payment, somebody gets him off the hook.
Okay, Javier. Let's say Mr. Vega needs to learn respect. How would you handle it?
Just give me 5 minutes alone with that hijo de perra, and I swear to you...
No, calmate, calmate, Javier. Then that's what we'll do. Now, a tough guy like you, don't be too strict a teacher. No, let him live.
Look, Javier, would you get that, please? Carlo, what is the strategy here? I mean, I thought you wanted to bring Antonio into the fold, but I'm not going to profit from this, and I can't see what good it does you having them bounce each other off the walls.
You never know.
Yo, RJ, man, it's not good. Bo Buchanan. Look, if this is about the pool hall thing, man, tell him...
I know. You were nowhere near the place. I heard you the first time. Commissioner, what can I do for you?
Nora wanted me to call you and give you a message. RJ, she wants me to tell you that she's on her way to Chicago right now to look for Rachel.
Why? Has she heard something?
No, not yet, but she wants to feel like she's doing something, so she thought she'd try to track down some of Rachel's high school friends and see if they've heard anything.
Yeah, well, why didn't she call me first? I could have helped her out. I know Chicago like the back of my hand.
Yeah, well, so does Nora. And I'm sure that if she wanted your able assistance, she would have asked for it. For what it's worth, RJ, Nora knows that you're concerned about Rachel. That's why she wanted me to call you and give you this message. And I'm sure that if she finds out anything, she will let you know. Goodbye.
You don't like that guy very much, do you?
Try not at all. Anyway, that's it. Your stepmother is on that big silver bird, and she's winging her way to Chicago.
I'm gonna miss her.
Not half as much as I am, buddy. What happened to you earlier? Well, you could have said goodbye to her.
Well, I had to run an errand.
But you didn't say anything at all?
Well, you two didn't look like you wanted to be interrupted, so I...
Okay. That's all right, yeah. Should be home soon anyway, so... So here we are, just a couple of wild and crazy bachelors. I thought maybe this might be a good time for us to get to know each other a little better.
Yeah, if that's what you want.
Oh, you bet. That is what I want. I think we've got some real catching up to do. Unless, of course, you have a problem with that. Now, I know we've talked about this before, Drew. But if you still resent me for all those years that we lost, I think you ought to say so.
I must say, even I am impressed. You invited Patrick out to dinner right in front of Marty?
Dorian, what is the point of asking Mr. Thornhart Allen to date unless the former Miss Saybrook was there to witness it right from the get-go? Somehow the computer made an error in her registration, so she happened to be on campus just as Patrick's class was letting out, and then who happened to be passing by but me?
So, of course, you had to see if she would curl up and die when she found out that you and Patrick might become an item.
Absolutely.
Sweetheart, what if she doesn't curl up and die? After all, she did marry Dylan.
Oh, right. And now she's honey homemaker, please. Look, she may have pledged her body to Dylan, but her heart is still in Inniscrag with her wild romantic poet.
Watch out. I know you say that you're using Patrick.
No, don't even start this. Oh, Blair, you're going to get hurt again, because the only person who's going to get hurt this time around is little Miss Margaret.
Good. Because she deserves it.
Good.
Really, I hope she gets what's coming to her, because she did everything she could to destroy Cassie's marriage. Not that Andrew is entirely blameless,
Really?
but when she starts with that poor little rich girl tale of woe, she can be very seductive.
I'm so glad that you were in my corner.
You just bet I am. However, it could be a bit of a problem if you come out swinging looking like that.
I think I look great. This dress is...
Come here.
Oh, ow!
Dorian, sorry, but we've got to just loosen up this hair. Sweetheart.
Dorian!
Softer.
Stop it!
Softer,
Patrick is
sweeter.
coming in the door any minute. You know
Let me
how...
help.
Oh, my
Get some
goodness.
of these
Dorian, I
pins
mean,
out.
stop it. You structure. Stop.
Please send this note along when you have the azalea delivered. And make sure that Mrs. Manning gets them both before I arrive. Is that a problem?
No problem, sir.
All right, great, thanks.
If you're having any second thoughts, sir.
No, this just caught my eye. Reminds you of a woman you used to know. She always loved a good poem. Probably still does. Thanks for your help, all right? And thanks for putting up with my rambling.
Take care.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you left without your geraniums.
No, I was just looking around, you know, to make sure I made the right choice.
I'm the one who's making it difficult for you to work with Frankie, right?
Look, I already made it clear to you that I'm attracted to you, and I wish that you hadn't made this decision to become a nun. And I've tried very hard to accept it, but I can't help but feeling that maybe it's harder for you than you thought it would be.
I'm fine with this.
You say so. But me, I'm not entirely convinced about this, but I'll tell you what, I will give you one thing. You were dead on the money about Frankie, about him not being too tired to learn. Isn't that right, Big... Well, my God, where did he go?
Why would you think I resent you, Dad? What, do I seem ungrateful or something? Don't you know how much it means to me that you're going to pay for me to finish my college education?
Yeah, you know what? I think maybe resent is just too strong a word, but there seems to be an awkwardness between us.
Yeah, I feel that too. I'm sorry about that. Just having a full-time dad, it's still new to me.
You don't seem to have any problems with Nora, though.
Well, what can I say? Nora's Nora.
Yeah, and that's something we do agree on. She is, she's one incredible woman. In fact, you know what she'd say about a night like this right here? She'd say, why don't we just get out of this stuffy restaurant here and just go home, kick our shoes off, have a little pizza, some beer, and just kick back.
You know, I've been thinking about that a lot, Dad. About how I'm crashing with you and Nora and kind of sponging off you guys.
No, what are you kidding me? It's not like that at all. Come on, now, we've got tons of room. Both Nora and I are happy that you can call our home your home.
Well, there you are. You're a hard man to find. Didn't you get any of my messages?
Hello, Patrick. Have you met my son, Drew?
Hey, in my class, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hey, pleasure.
So what's the problem, big guy?
I need to talk to you straight away. It's really important.
I still don't like you pushing Antonio into this knockdown drag-out with Javier.
I want to see how he handles himself.
Whatever. But I don't have to hang around while you do whatever it is you're doing. So you go ahead, have your little human cockfight. I'm going to go do what I need to do.
You have something important to do?
Absolutely. Ronnie and Javier can handle the club. I'm going to hop a flight to Chicago, hook up with Nora. She's trying to locate some of Rachel's old friends, and I am positive that I can help with that.
That sounds like a good idea.
You wanted to see me?
I did. Because I am having a problem with comprehension here. It seems RJ's employee, Javier, feels you don't pay him the proper respect.
Yeah? Well, he doesn't deserve my respect.
Well, that's what we're going to find out now. Here and now. Mano a mano.
Okay, Javier. Here I am.
Oh, that's regular, right?
No, decaf.
Hi. Hey. Police work not paying the bills lately?
Oh, don't even get me started.
Well, you did read Tom Sawyer, didn't you? How he got everyone to do his work for him and then even paid for the privilege? You want a cup of coffee? If it wouldn't be too much trouble.
Oh, my God, am I that tense?
Yes. Where's Antonio? Is he in the kitchen?
No, he got some emergency, and boom, I'm running the diner.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even, he says this time of day it's like a pie and coffee kind of crowd.
10 minutes ago, I get this order of something I've never even heard of. And then when the guy figured out that I'd be the one that was going to fix it for him after he figured out that, well, if I could even figure out what this order was, he gets up and he walks.
Oh, that must have made you feel pretty good.
Yeah, I'm learning new meanings of the word inadequate.
Well, it must have been pretty important if Antonio took off and left you here.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe someday he'll tell me what it is. I don't sound too bitter, do I?
No, just a little stressed. All right, tell me about you.
What? Well, you didn't come here to order pastellas, did you?
No.
Good, because I can't cook that either. So.
No, look, if you're on your own, you must be swamped.
Waitresses get to take breaks, so consider me on one. What is it?
I'm just going insane, that's all.
Join the club.
Pretty much everywhere I turn, I run into Patrick.
Really? I thought it was just that one time at the library.
When we got locked in till almost dawn, yeah. Dylan loved that.
Easy.
I know. I just thought it was going to be a lot easier, you know.
St. Patrick?
No, avoiding him. I mean, I figured he'd be teaching on the West Campus. I'd be going to med school. We'd never run into each other, or rarely. And that would be that.
But it's not.
Can I tell you? I cannot walk down the street or walk into a store without turning around and having him there, and I don't know what to do about it.
All right, just let me ask you a question. You married Dylan and you're happy with him, so why is seeing Patrick so difficult?
It's softer, more touchable. It's wonderful.
It's great. Give me the brush.
Oh, you know what? You better put that jewelry away in the safe.
No! Dad gave me this, and I'm going to wear it tonight.
And that's exactly why you shouldn't wear it tonight. With Patrick, for goodness sakes, he already feels guilty enough that Todd died trying to save his life, and you try to use that sense of guilt, and I think you better be a little bit more subtle.
Well, you think I'm coming off like a fishwife?
I think that you ought to try... Remember what you said, that Patrick isn't royalty. I mean, Patrick has more of a, you know...
Testosterone.
The common touch. You know, you should try to be more, well, appeal to his earthiness. Yes. Less Ivana Trump and much more Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep in The Bridges of Madison County. You know, feeding her chickens by candlelight.
Oh, yuck. Oh, my God, Doreen, if that's Patrick, I swear I am going to kill you.
If that's Patrick, it's perfect. I mean, you always keep a gentleman waiting.
I'm
Go
not even
upstairs.
ready.
I'll let him in. I'll pretend I'm on my way out.
Gosh, Doreen.
All right, don't worry about it.
Open the door.
I will. Shh.
Mrs. Manning?
No. I'll take those. Thank you. I'm her aunt. Thank you very, very much. Goodbye.
Thank you.
What is it? A bush.
What, for me? Let me see. Let me see the card.
Who it could be from. Oh. Well, the good news is it is from Patrick Thornhart. The bad news is that the note is about as romantic as the bush.
The bush is an azalea plant. Give me the card. Blair. Looking forward to tonight. Happy Easter, Patrick.
I'm swooning. How about you?
You have to read between the lines, Doreen. This is just the beginning.
So, Patrick goes into the florist. Now, did he spot you?
No. I kind of hid down over with the geraniums.
Did you feel a little weird?
Yes, but I figured there was nothing more to say. He won't listen to me about Blair. She's trying to get her hooks into him and playing this whole poor innocent widow act.
Oh, don't
I think
worry.
he's falling for it.
No, he'll figure Blair out, or after a while, maybe. He'll figure out what a liar she is. But just come on, you can't worry about this. It's his life. You have your life with Dylan.
I know. I feel responsible. That's all. I mean, he wouldn't be here if it weren't for me. And I know you're right. I can't do anything to stop him from being hurt by Blair. It's just hard to watch. That's all. You know, like I used to care about him.
And sometimes you still do?
No.
Come on, it's me you're talking to.
No, I love Dylan. I married Dylan. And I want to stay married to Dylan for the rest of my life. I mean, that's why I was at the florist shop. I wanted to buy flowers for our home. I want Dylan to look around and see how he makes me feel. That I'm loved and I'm safe and I'm happy.
So, why? The nosy friend has to ask.
Does my heart beat faster every time I see Patrick?
So let me get this straight. You go crying to your boss because I don't give you enough respect.
This isn't about who I work for no more. This is about you and me. By the way, look what you did to my shirt.
Look what you did to my life. You could have kept me out of Statesville. All you had to do was tell the cops what you saw.
Oh, when? The night you decided to take batting practice on Martinez's head? How many times do I have to say it? I wasn't there, Vega. You know what? I can even prove it.
Yeah, what do you got, huh? A note from your mother?
No, something a little bit better than that. Matter of fact, I got it right here in my jacket. Let me show you. Fight like a real man, huh? What is this Power Ranger crap?
You had enough? Yeah. I had enough, Vega. Next time, don't expect me to be your evening's entertainment. Now, you want to tell me what the hell's going on?
I'm telling you, Bo, Carlo Hesse was wearing a ring, and it's the same ring I saw in the photograph that Kevin brought over from Ireland.
Yeah, the guy that we assume is...
Assume nothing. We know that Carlo Hesse is the same man who tried to blow up the Palace Hotel along with half of Bloody Landview.
I know, but the problem is, Danny boy, we have no proof.
No proof? We have a photograph, don't we? And I know you can't see Poseidon's face because he's got his bloody hand in front of it. But you can see the ring, can you not?
Yeah, and the lab guys say that it could have a flower on it.
No, it does. It has a rose on it. And he was wearing it right in here. Hesse was right...
Excuse me, Professor.
Dad, I'm gonna leave, okay?
Oh, no, just wait 1 minute, okay? We're about finished here anyway.
Well, I got a few things I need to do.
Okay. You said you wanted to tell me something?
Yeah, well, when you're not so busy, we'll talk. It's no big deal, okay?
I'm sorry if I interrupted something.
Nah, it's okay. How are you gonna know? I'm just having a hard time getting on the same wavelength with my son. You know, we were apart for many years. Anyway, you said you saw this ring on Carlo?
Yeah, plain as day. But when I asked to see it, he was fumbling around in his pocket and he did some kind of switch on me. But I know I saw it, Bo, and I can prove it. If I can only get into his apartment.
No, no. How many times do I have to tell you this? No. No breaking and entering. Patrick, no, listen. If I turn my back and you ended up with the ring, it's not going to get us anywhere. You know, I mean, Carlo has a ring with a rose on it. So what? He could turn around, he could say that you planted that thing. And besides that ring all by itself, that means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it does. It means, at least to you and I, that we'd know that Carlo Hesse and Poseidon are the same person.
I know that. I know it in my gut. It's just, unless we have solid evidence.
Means that the ring is just a bloody waste of time, right?
Yes.
Right. I'm sorry I spoiled your evening with your son.
That's okay. You owe me one. Well, look, Drew took off. I don't like to eat alone. Why don't you join me?
I wish I could. I already made another arrangement. In fact, I should get ready. Shouldn't keep a lady waiting, right?
Any lady I know?
Yeah, Mrs. Manny.
Blair? Ah, Patrick, me boy.
Well, I wonder where you were.
Well, I would have been home a lot sooner, but I ran into Andy, and you know how we are when we get starting to talk.
Yeah, what were you guys yakking about this time?
About how important it is for me to make my husband as happy as he makes me.
You were going to do that with geraniums?
Well, for starters. But then I thought we'd move on to the tub.
Whatever gave you the idea to be doing this anyway?
Well, I think it was all those stories you told me about growing up down on a farm in North Carolina.
Oh.
Luna and all your brothers.
Well, did I make it sound romantic? Because it wasn't. I'll tell you what. You know, we had to work our butts off down there. The farms don't run by themselves.
I know, but you loved it just the same. That's why I wanted to work. I can just work do this together so we could, you know, make our house a home.
Well, haven't we started doing that? I mean, we did plant that apple tree the other day.
And that was just the beginning.
Maybe we should start doing more things together. Like, take a shower?
No, see, that's where the tub comes in.
Do you have any idea how much you scared your old man? Where did you learn how to crawl like that, huh? I'd like to know. Turn my back and zoom, you're out of here. What are you trying to do, set a land speed record?
Are you all right?
No. You're sorry where he was? You made it all the way to the cellar stairs. The door's open? Crawls a few more steps. And when I yell at him, he can't hear me. I love that kid so much, and I'm so afraid something's gonna happen to him.
He's gonna be all right. Not to worry, but you'll always be there for Frankie. That makes him a really lucky kid.
You think?
I know. And if you're concerned about you and me, if you want to find somebody else to work with Frankie, I understand.
That is not what I want. You know that. If it weren't for you, I might not know, even today, that Frankie was deaf. You're always pushing. You never give up. And just a while ago, you accused me of pulling back. I was scared with Frankie, and you were right. So don't you go pulling back on us just because you're getting the jitters.
I'd like to think that my dedication was a little stronger than that. So, okay, let's just pick up where we left off. But tomorrow, when we're a little fresher. Advanced Signing 101.
Sounds like a plan.
Good night, sweetheart.
Good night to you, Sister Maggie.
Let me guess, this isn't what you ordered?
No way, lady. That'd give me such gas.
Oh.
I ordered the rice pudding.
Hey, lady, what do you got to do to get a little service?
I don't know. Don't you know what the way? I'll be right with you, sir, since I can figure out who ordered this. Where are you? God, Antonio, I need your help.
Mr. Vega, I have no hidden agenda.
No. You just invited me here to have a nice little chat. You had no idea that one of your goons was going to jump me.
What's between you and Javier had to be settled. Now it is. You should be glad about that. I am your friend.
Right. So what hoop am I supposed to jump through now?
Mr. Vega, I told you, there's no quid pro quo. I want absolutely nothing from you, unless, of course, as a friend, you'd like to do me a little favor.
Okay. I'll bite. What's the favor?
You look like a vision. A poet's vision.
A pauper's vision.
Oh, honey, please. You look innocent and unworldly and yet very seductive. Honestly, any man that you wanted, you could have.
For the millionth time, I am not manhunting. Now go. You've already done your due on me. Now go.
Okay, fine.
Out of here.
But now, before I give you this, a little light bedtime reading.
This is your novel.
Yes, every heavy breathing page of it. Take notes. I want your opinion.
Oh, I'll start on it tonight. Now get out of here. Great.
Going. Remember, keep the hair loose and...
Just
wait, just one thing. Thank you very much for sending Cassie out of town on that story and texting. Really, it'll do her good to get away from that husband of hers. He's so pompous and
rake
self-righteous.
Andrew over the coals tomorrow? Now go. Get out of
All
here.
right. Thank you.
Thank you. Go.
Oh.
Like a goofball. Oh. Patrick, please, come in. You're just right on time. I want to show you what just arrived here. Your beautiful flowers.
I didn't know about the color.
Oh, the color is... It's beautiful. I love it.
If you don't mind me saying, your outfit's giving the flowers quite a run for the money.
Really? Thank you. Actually, I'm just a little bit embarrassed. The outfit that I had planned to wear, well, it had a stain on it, so I kind of threw this one together.
I was late as well, but I didn't pull it off as well as you did.
I'm not so sure about that. Actually, if you just maybe loosen your tie a little bit, button that button.